Welcome back to day 12 of SHALWeGame's Games to Quarantine 2. Every day for the foreseeable future, I'm gonna recommend some games I think you should be playing during quarantine. Some will be free, some will be paid, and some will remind you to backtrack through the entire game. We start off today with Axiom Verge. Axiom Verge is a fun, fantastic Metroidvania that really harkens back to the old school days of Metroidvanias. Taking a lot of inspiration from old games such as Metroid, Contra, and the like, it is a game that really knows its source inspiration. I played this game when it first came out and it was really good. I love the way that the incredibly detailed art style with its clear aesthetic ran throughout the length of the game's story and plot, constantly changing and adapting to the plot at hand. Nothing felt out of place. The game and all of its assets felt right at home in its brilliantly sprited scenery. A strong, intricate story kept me hooked from the get-go, and I enjoyed playing through the game's story. I felt as though the game was much more story-heavy than some of the other games at the time. A great soundtrack that knew when to keep the tension and when to ramp up intensity makes Axiom Verge a fun, fantastic game that you need to add to your game library. Guacamelee 2 is a fantastic, fun and bright Metroidvania that brings life to its inspiration with gorgeously crafted worlds, a fun inspired soundtrack, and a clear, bright aesthetic that is sure to keep you on your toes. Guacamelee 2 leans on its Central American influence, and it's one of the few games that really brings it to the forefront in such a bright and careful way. There's a host of other things that I'm sure are references here and there. The game has a great soundtrack and is really engrossing you into the game. Sound design and all makes the world of Guacamelee come alive with every step of the way. While some may not classify it as a great Metroidvania, I think the game is worth checking out for the way they integrate the worlds so seamlessly together. Hey everyone, today is day 12 of 14 of Games to Quarantine 2. If you're liking the content, please be sure to thumbs up and subscribe for more. It really helps me out and it will make sure that you get the content delivered as soon as it goes live. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video where we will discuss plans for future content. Ori and the Blind Forest is a fantastic, gorgeous game that lends itself to its immersive, story-driven experience. A beautiful art style with game mechanics that feel clear and right at home in the style of gameplay. Ori and the Blind Forest has a great atmosphere, a strong sound design, and a lovely crisp soundtrack that submerges you deep into the world and the story of Ori. Though the game was released years ago, it is worth checking out. A much more slower experience with less emphasis on combat than the others in this list, Ori and the Blind Forest is a great game that puts the story front and center. One half of the namesake of the genre, Metroid Zero Mission for the Game Boy Advance, is a remake of the original NES game. One of the two games that cemented the genre of Metroidvania for years to come. Some people might regard it as a definitive version of the original Metroid. I played both and I loved the Zero Mission more. I remember playing a ton when I used to play Game Boy Advance games. Bright and colorful with great sense of world building and a great soundtrack that keeps you trucking along the length of the game. Metroid Zero Mission is a great way to replay the original Metroid with some modern aesthetics. You should definitely give this game a shot if you haven't played it yet. So that's all this for today. I mentioned in the interlude that Games to Quarantine 2 is coming to an end after day 14. After this, I'm going to change up the way the content is on this channel. If you all have any recommendations, please feel free to comment below. I'll be watching the comment sections to see what you all prefer. I am currently leaning between a let's play or first impressions for MMOs or other games, so let me know what you think, and don't forget to thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest updates. Thanks for watching.